YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Virgo King 93 up in the motherfucking building. What's going on? If you don't know me, I am the Thirst King, the thirstiest dude in Los Angeles. What's up? And goddamn, we got some crazy gaming news, y'all. Goddamn, Sony has acquired Bungie. Let's hit this intro and we're gonna talk about it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. All right, so let's get into this, man. Woo, man. So Sony has acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion. God damn, that's a lot of bread, bro. That's a lot of bread for Bungie. Like for that company. For I'm sorry, I feel like that's a bad buy. That's a bad buy. No, it's not a bad buy. I just feel like they just paid too much. Bungie to me not worth $3.6 billion. Not within the last like few years. Since the only game they've been really focusing on mainly that's been making them money is Destiny 2, which is a very successful game. Don't get me wrong, but god damn, that's too much. They haven't Bungie hasn't really shown they ass within the last like 5 years. Like besides with Destiny, you know what I'm saying? Like their biggest and most successful franchise was Halo back when they owned the rights to it before they sold it to 343. And personally, I wanted Bungie to have Halo because they did a lot better job. Because they had the original Halo series from Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, and I think Reach as well. I could be wrong, but this is wild, bro. This is a crazy buy, and I don't know what Sony plans to do with this company. Like, I mean, unless Bungie has some other games in the work besides Destiny, because I'm telling you, that's their priority. That's their go to. That's their go to. That's their right hand man right there. And it gets to the point where Destiny. I feel like it's just gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like over time, unless they come out with a Destiny 3, or they gotta have something else. They gotta have something else in the works. You know what I'm saying, for this to be successful. And I'm sure Sony knows what they're doing, but what they gotta understand is like buying this company now. Okay, you guys are no longer trying to play the exclusive road anymore. Like what's one thing Sony, they've always had the exclusives, single player exclusives, which is amazing and it's tight. And I feel that I think they finally starting to realize, like, because Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, they're finally starting to realize, like, yeah, we're not going to survive off just selling exclusives, for our consoles. Even though Sony's fan base is a lot bigger than Microsoft's when it comes to gaming. It's wild. It's above. It's beyond. They sell more consoles. They sell just as many games, probably if not more. But it's wild, bro. It's very wild, and I think they realize, like, in this market, this competitive in this time, competition is always been a thing. But now they realize in order to survive, they need to acquire companies, make more exclusive games, and make money. Like kind of like what Microsoft is doing. They own Activision. They own Activision, right? And so that means they own Call of Duty, and Call of Duty could be exclusively on Xbox. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna share that with PlayStation. So Microsoft still gets their cut and makes more money because they have to make their money back, and Sony has to find a way to make their money back off Bungie somehow by acquiring this company. And I don't see how that's going to happen when the only game they've been producing within the last few years has been Destiny 2. So there has to be more to it than that. But I want to go ahead and read what Jim Ryan said, the CEO of Sony, and he said, we've had a strong partnership with Bungie since the inception days of Destiny franchise. I couldn't be more thrilled to officially welcome the studio to the PlayStation family. That's cool. That's cool and all. But I'm like, you spent $3.6 billion on a company because of the success you had of one game, which just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up to me, personally. Of course, there's more in the works than that meets the eye, of course. But I'm like, damn, like that's all you wanted to say? Like, what the fuck? And then he came out, it was like, this is an important step in our strategy to expand the reach of PlayStation to such a wider audience. Okay, we understand how vital Bungie community is to the studio and look forward to supporting them. They remain independent and continue to grow. Yeah, Bungie is growing, but it's not growing that big. It's not as big as Activision. It's not as big as Bethesda. It's not. You know, they have to. They really got to come with a hitter, bro. But I believe. But don't get me wrong though. I believe that Bungie can make like a great single player game or the multiplayer game for PlayStation, and it will do justice. But I don't think it's going to be enough to make back this $3.6 billion. That's just me. That's me personally. Because if I had to really speak my mind on it, I think Sony should have dipped their hand in another company, like either EA, which is going to be expensive. I don't think they got the money for it, but I'm just throwing out companies. EA, Square Enix. I think that should be number one personally, because majority of Square Enix games go to Sony in general. You know what I'm saying? They work hand in hand pretty much. I mean, a lot of Square Enix games been coming to other consoles too as well, but it works hand in hand with Sony and Nintendo too, really, and some Xbox. But I feel like that would have been a better buy, you know. But I know it's expensive, but you got to work something out with Square Enix, because a lot of your great RPGs, your Final Fantasy series, come from Square Enix. It's a lot of things Sony makes their money from, especially when it comes to Square Enix. Also, I feel like they should have bought Capcom. You got your Marvel vs. Capcoms. You can own the rights to those games. You can own the rights to, Resident Evil, which is big. When a Resident Evil game drops, people flock to it, especially with them doing all these remakes and stuff like that. It's the best time to buy. It's the best time to buy a freaking buy Capcom. You know what I'm saying? They could remake Resident Evil 4, which I think is going to be the next one they remake, and then they could remake a 5, possibly. And they could scrap 6 and just redo it. I don't know. Do something. I don't know. But it's a lot. It's a lot of hand. I just felt like PlayStation could do to grow. And I'm not hating on PlayStation. I like PlayStation, but I'm just calling it. I'm just calling it how I see it and how I feel about it. But personally, they spend too much. But Bungie's track record is just not. It's not there. They could have just put their money somewhere else. But kudos to them. I really do hope this works out. I want this to work out. I want them to succeed. I want them to bring a new game, because I have a PlayStation 5. I have an Xbox. I have a PC. So if they could sell me on something, I will buy it. Like if you could give me something exclusive, a great multiplayer with their company, I will buy your game exclusively on PlayStation, and I will support it if I like it, if I enjoy it. And I have faith in PlayStation to give me a great game. But the question is like are you guys? I just want to know if they're gonna do a multiplayer game or single player game, because single players they have on the map. Multiplayer games, they don't lean towards it too much. And what Sony needs to do also, they need to play the game. Hopefully they do start playing the game of kind of like a Game Pass like Xbox. They have to play that game too as well. It's subscription based. They have to play that game. So with this, maybe I don't know, maybe Bungie and PlayStation gonna work on some type of subscription or something together, for certain games. I don't know what they plan to do. It's a lot that needs to be in the works. But shout out to PlayStation, for buying this. But if you feel like it's gonna be a success, then go ahead. But to me, this ain't the move. But anyway, I'm the Virgo King. This has been my little piece on it. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.